Welcome to this week's Living Ed podcast. Earlier this evening, I was asked to give a talk at an intercultural event, and I was asked to give a little background about my own culture. It was a harder question to answer than I thought, and to be honest, I didn't quite know which culture I could say was mine. Bear with me whilst I explain. I was born in England. I grew up in Corsica, which belongs to France. I've lived in America, in Germany, in England, in France, and I'm married to a Swiss. My father was Canadian of Italian, Scottish background, and my mother is half English, half Swiss. So to actually pinpoint my cultural heritage and narrow it down to one culture is completely impossible for me. I mean, I understand Swiss culture. I've been living here long enough. I grew up in the French culture, so all of my childhood movie reference, television reference are French. But to keep up with my English heritage, I was reading a lot of English books. So from that point of view, all of my literary culture is English, and the music I listened to at the time was mainly English. So it's kind of hard to say that I am English or Swiss or Canadian or French. I kind of feel like I belong nowhere and at the same time everywhere. Right now I have an English and a Swiss passport. I don't have a French passport, but yet whenever I go back to France, I feel the most at home because that's where I understand all of the secret codes of a culture. I understand what people mean when they're actually saying something, because as we know, sometimes what you say and what you mean are two completely different things. And yet my heart is completely here in Lucerne. I am 100% proud Lucernaline, but that doesn't feel like my culture. So instead of worrying about this and panicking about this, I thought, well, actually, do you know what? I think that's okay. I think that there's nothing wrong nowadays to kind of say that, you know what, I belong to the unique Republic of Charlie. I am made of the fabric of a whole bunch of cultures. I have grown up swimming in various cultural seas, and that's okay too. In fact, that's what makes me me. And I think that in a way you have to ask yourself, what defines you? Are you defined by your environment, or are you defined by the ideas that you pick up along the way, by your belief system? Is that what defines you? Or do you just say, well, you know what, actually I'm a hodgepodge of all these things, and there's some things in France that I think are wonderful, there's some things in England I like, there's lots in Switzerland I like, and just kind of leave it at that. So I think that today is the perfect day to kind of create my own very own culture and say that, it's okay to be part of a unique republic of you. And I guess if you feel that way too, then that's okay. Don't apologize for not feeling like you fit into one particular box. It's okay to have lived all over the world, and along the way you will pick up things that you think are good and that you want to come along with you, take along on your journey, and other things that you think, well, actually that's rubbish, I'd rather leave that behind. So yay to all of these new unique republics of people that are popping up all over the world. So that was my thought of the day, and this is Charlie Hartman speaking. Talk to you soon. Bye.